Hi guys, I'm Dr. Inky, your digital skin doctor, and welcome to another Skynfyx Head-to-Head challenge whereby we'll be comparing your favorite skincare brands and see how they work against one another. And for today, we'll be comparing the two CeraVe cleansers. Now, CeraVe is a company created by L'Oreal in 2005, and lately, in the past few years, it's been gaining popularity on YouTube and on TikTok. It's difficult to actually get it in Malaysia or in Southeast Asia, and hence, I will be reviewing both of these. First of all, regarding packaging wise, I love the packaging because first of all, the packaging is nice and clean with the nice branding up here, CeraVe or CeraVe, actually I'm not sure how you actually pronounce it. And they had actually color coded. Alright, the color code is not only on the cap but on the bottle itself to tell you what is the difference between the both cleansers so that you don't accidentally buy the wrong cleanser. Another thing about the packaging which I like, on the side here you have this big word CeraVe. So it's great branding. CeraVe on this side, CeraVe on this side as well, in the front and a little bit in the back. So a lot of brand reminders when you pick up the bottle. The one thing great about CeraVe, whereby a lot of doctors would agree with me, and maybe plenty of you would agree with me as well, is that it does not contain parabens, it doesn't contain preservative, and neither does it contain any fragrance. Great for most skin types, especially people with sensitive skin. Next up is functionality design. CeraVe has thought of a lot of things, and one of the most functional designs which I've seen, and a lot of companies don't do this enough, is they have a lock mechanism on the pump. Now, why is this important? Because sometimes during transporting or when the products are being sent to you, or maybe when you bring it home from the supermarket, you might accidentally compress the pump and a little bit of spillage might occur, dirtying your bag or your car or your house. So this has a lock mechanism whereby you're unable to squeeze out any products unless you actually unlock it. And once you unlock it, you can then squeeze out the product. So the first product that I will be introducing is the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Now, it's written here, it's for normal to dry skin type. It's a very gentle form of cleanser. It's great for most skin types, even combination skin. And on the packaging itself, there is that accepted by the National Eczema Association of United States of America. Now, why is this important? It means that the National Eczema Association, they don't simply give their stamp of approval to any skincare, only for those that has been proven to work for eczematic skin or for sensitive skin. So by having the stamp, it gives anyone with eczema skin that comfort that doctors and the association itself endorses this particular product. On the packaging itself, it says that it cleanses, hydrates, and helps restore protective skin barrier. Why? Because it has 3 essential ceramides. Now, ceramide is a phospholipid. It's a fat that helps cover the skin, that helps clog up all the very small fine pores, which causes skin dryness and skin irritability. The issue with sensitive skin is sometimes the skin barrier has a problem, and hence you need additional help from ceramides to actually help repair the skin. And this CeraVe has 3 different ceramides to actually help you. Now, ceramides are not a cheap ingredient. Ceramides are generally quite expensive. Hence, ceramide-based products are not affordable, or I would say they're not cheap to actually purchase. Now, on top of that, there is hyaluronic acid as well. Now, what hyaluronic acid does, it helps hydrate the skin on top of just cleaning the skin. Now, on the back, it states that it has the MVE tech, the delivery technology, whereby it's a slow release technology of hydration. It means that it keeps the hyaluronic acid in the product the entire day and slowly releases it as time goes by. It also is non-comedogenic. It does not clog up the pores. I've used it and trust me, it doesn't clog my pores. And my pores are pretty sensitive, especially for products with ceramide. Generally, it does clog up pores. However, this product does not clog up any of my pores. And most importantly, fragrance-free, paraben-free, and is non-drying. Another important concept is it's gentle on the skin. Cleansers are meant to be gentle. Never use too harsh cleansers on your skin if you're of a normal skin to a dry skin type. The way to use it, it's the same. You pump it out, you add a little bit of water, you mix it on your palm, and then apply it on your skin. The one thing that I really like about this is it feels that this particular cleanser does not leave that greasy sensation on the skin, due to its high contents of glycerin. Now, inside here, it has glycerin. Now, due to the high contents of glycerin, it's easy to actually apply on the skin and as you wash the skin. And one of the nice sensations that I actually like from this is after washing my face, I can actually feel that there's something remains on my skin. It means that the cleanser, it's not 100% gone. However, it feels like there is a very mild layer of moisturizer. Now, the first mistake that I did when I first used the product is I didn't wash it off completely. Now, what happened is my second step was a serum. And as I applied my serum, I could feel foam was actually building up on my skin. Then I realized why. I realized that due to its slow release, I need to actually wash off the cleanser, this particular CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I need to wash it off completely before I can actually apply the next step, which is my serum. So for those using this product, make sure when you wash your face, make sure you remove all the cleanser before moving on to the next step. Now for texture, I'll give 5 out of 5. It doesn't feel greasy for a dry cleanser. For normal to dry skin, it doesn't feel greasy, and I love texture a lot. For price-wise, in Malaysia, now this is a 473 ml. In Malaysia, it's roughly about 130 ringgit. It's a little bit pricey for a cleanser. So I'll give it the price a rating about 3 out of 5. However, if for a ceramide cleanser, this is actually pretty affordable. Now for effectiveness, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's good for normal to dry skin. Not superbly great for dry skin because it doesn't really hydrate as well as it claims to be. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. So on average, it's 3.75 stars out of 5. So next up, its sibling, the CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. The Foaming Facial Cleanser is meant for normal to oily skin, but not superbly oily. It's stated that it cleanses and removes oil without disrupting the protective skin barrier. Now, why this is important? Because a lot of oily cleansers contains acids like glycolic acid and salicylic acid. Now, why those acids are important? They are meant to exfoliate dead skin. However, what they do is they can accidentally disrupt the skin barrier. They can actually spoil the skin barrier. And on top of that, for an oily cleanser, a combination to oily skin cleanser, it contains ceramide. Ceramide, as we know, helps repair the skin and helps hydrate the skin partially. And ceramide-based products, again, are not affordable. They are not cheap. All right. So a lot of ceramide-based products are actually pretty expensive. It also contains niacinamide. Niacinamide is a good ingredient to reduce the amount of inflammation and redness which happens to your skin, especially when you have a little bit of acne. And niacinamide at the same time reduces the amount of redness caused by sensitive skin, and as well as reduces the redness caused by acne scars. Niacinamide also helps repair and restore skin barrier. So over here, you have two different ingredients to help restore skin barrier. First is the ceramide, secondly is the niacinamide. And also last of all, it contains hyaluronic acid for hydration. This in my hand is written there for oil control and it's 473 ml. You can get it in 350 ml up to about 500 plus ml. And over the back, it has foaming action. Now, the foaming action is not due to SLS. It does not contain any SLS inside. But the foaming action is actually due to one of its proprietary technology inside. So you just need to pump it out, add a little bit of water, and then mix it in your palm. And you realize that there will be a little bit of foam. Now, not a great deal of foam. Unlike products with SLS, it has a little bit of foam. it doesn't clog pores. Now this is again important because if you have acne prone skin or combination skin, if you use products that clog pores, especially with ceramide, you're going to trigger more acne to appear. It contains niacinamide to calm the skin, and as well as no fragrance, and it's not drying on the skin. One thing to note, this contains paraben. This one has no paraben. Over here, the foaming facial cleanser actually contains a little bit of paraben. But again, parabens are not your enemy. Parabens actually help increase the shelf life of the product, and as well as reduce the amount of fungus and bacteria growing in your product. For smell, I'll give it 3 out of 5. It does not contain any fragrance, so again, don't expect any smell, and this is something you should look for if you have sensitive skin or acne prone skin. For texture, this is actually very aqueous, very liquid. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. I like the texture a lot. For price, this is 130 ringgit. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because for normal to oily skin, you can get a lot of cleansers out there for a much cheaper range for probably half the price. So overall effectiveness, not superbly great for oily skin. I still prefer AHA and BHA cleansers or zinc cleansers for oily skin. This one, I'll give it effectiveness 4 out of 5. So in total, I'm going to give it a 3.75 stars out of 5. Between the both, which cleansers do I suggest for you to use? Now, I'm going to suggest this one. Now the reason why this particular cleanser above this cleanser is because of this. Yes, they are both different cleansers for different skin types. However, for normal to oily skin, for this particular ingredient, you can actually find it in a lot of cleansers. However, for a normal to dry cleanser, which has a stamp of approval from the National Eczema Association with 3 different ceramides with a slow release hydration throughout the entire day, and as well as no fragrance, no parabens, and no preservatives, this ranks very highly because it's very difficult to find a product with all the properties that the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser has. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Among both the products, this is a clear winner. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the end of the video. If you like this particular video, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. Always remember to forward this clip to your friends and family. Click the notification bell button to make sure that you get first access to our newest videos. I'm Dr. Inky, and always remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay informed. Until the next time.